in this thing. Like, is content creating the new 9 to 5? We're going to get into this on episode 6 of the Content Bag. I'm Joy, your host and your content bestie. On this podcast, we help influencers under 10,000 followers monetize all of their social media platforms without having a minimum follower count. If you're interested in getting into your content bag, continue to listen. Before I give my perspective on this, I just want y'all to know that when it comes to a 9 to 5, I've had them all. If you look up major retailers in America, I have most likely worked at every single one of them. I don't know if that means I'm a serial job quitter or a serial job getter. I don't know. But one thing about it, when it comes to 9 to 5, I've had one. So my perspective is very relevant on this. And also my perspective is relative as a content creator as well. Because like I said, I'm not going to say I've been a content creator for the last 7 years because I was aspiring. This is my first year actually being monetized from it. So let's just say that. But before I give my answer, I want y'all to know that to be a content creator, to be a successful content creator, you have to have 2 skills, 2 attributes. You have to, 1, be self-motivated, and 2, you have to be self-confident / self-assuring. If you have those skills, you're going to do well regardless. Because content creating, you tell yourself when to clock in and to clock out. And a lot of people be like, oh yeah, I don't want to be told when to clock in. Sometimes it's hard to tell yourself to clock out. Because as a content creator, you're not just filming the content or whatever. You're doing market research. You're engaging with others. You're improving yourself. You're trying to learn different software and techniques. The people y'all see who can just do things like, okay, for instance, food content. They can work probably a marketing job. They can work a social media manager job, because if you're doing this stuff by yourself, if you're your own editor, if you're your own filmer, you're your own talent, you're your own manager, you're your own this, that, and the third, you're going to gain some skills. Because in order to work these apps, you have to be technologically savvy. It's a skill. You're still in the workforce. A lot of times it's an illusion of like, okay, yeah, content is, oh my God. Yeah, literally. It's an illusion that content creating is this thing like, oh my God, I get dressed, take pictures, and get paid. Absolutely not. Content creating, you are working in marketing. You are still in the, job. You're still in the workforce. The same principles apply. Y'all can't, I feel like a lot of times, like the creator has said, he was like, a lot of people fall off in their journey of content creation because they just don't know where to start. And that's true. They don't know where to start, and they don't have a lot of direction. Because you go in as like, okay, you're thinking like, okay, yeah, content creating and, being an influencer. It's just, first off, it's a difference between a content creator and an influencer. But we'll talk about that on our very next episode. That's a very good topic. However, you think, oh yeah, it's just a cute thing. I get paid to take pictures and videos. I get free gifts, get flued out. Yes, flued out, not flown out. Flued out, okay, period. I do this and that, but no. You have to be business oriented. You have to be on your stuff. You have to be on your stuff. Just like now, I know that these podcast episodes have not been getting no views for real. Even though I got in my bag on I feel like the 5th episode I did, I was like, okay, I got in my bag. Like, I'm in my bag. Like, I'm knowing how to work. I'm like, okay, I'm cool. But like, I know that I'm trying to get my podcast etiquette skills up. So I said for the next 30 days, I'm going to be filming or recording. I am working on filming. I'm going to be recording a podcast episode every day. It's unrealistic, yes, but I know that I don't know a lot about podcasting. I know about content, but podcasting, no. And I need to hone in and work on my skills. That's a trait that you have to have as a content creator. You have to know when you need to be taught something. Or you have to know when you need to be working and perfecting your craft. The high earners on here, yes, it seems like, okay, it's so unfair. This person gets this amount of money, but they're adding value. It was a post or whatever. I'm sure you have seen it. It was like, oh Yeah, this pet influencer got $70,000 for 3 videos. And when you see somebody getting $70,000 for 3 videos and you over here trying to, you're like, damn. That's what you're like, damn. But instead of saying damn, be like, okay, let me set my cookies up. Let me add value, because they're paying that influencer $70,000 on a post because they know that they have a highly engaged following. When that product comes across those people's screens, they know that they're going to click it because it's orientated towards their audience. But before I answer this question though, like fully, I do want to say it's a such thing as scope. Content creating and influencing is in the scope of marketing. So we can't. So before we're like, oh, is it hard? I'm gonna say this. It's harder than some people who have a marketing. They're the CMO, CMO. What? They're the CME, Chief Marketing Executive. They're being a full-time influencer. Or a content creator, like just having content supplement your income. You're not working no side jobs content. You're getting money through your phone. That's harder because you have to build your brand. You have to stay relevant. You have to build relevancy. And I, myself, I have became monetized, but I am in the building stage, constantly learning. And it takes humbleness. You have to humble yourself. Like we said in the previous podcast, yes, you love your videos. Yes, your family love your videos. Yes, your friend love your videos. And, the random 3 people on TikTok say, oh my God, I love this. Blah, blah. But is it valuable? Is it valuable? Is it teaching somebody something? Is it entertaining? We have to be critical and humble ourselves. Because you think, okay, it's your content. Your content can completely be about you and your day-to-day life, but your content is not for you. A lot of people be like, oh my God, I love doing content. I love making content. Y'all content bestie Joy. Me, I'm going to be honest with y'all. A lot of days I do not want to even, as y'all may or may not know, I recently just lost my mother. My mother was 58. No, she was 57. Child, I don't know why I thought she was 58, child, because her and my dad were high school sweethearts. I'm thinking they're the same age. Child. But anyway, this whole time period, I have not even wanted to look at my phone. Much less actually have to put out content. So as a content creator, when you're like, okay, now I'm not saying when you go through tragic things, don't take a break. I'm not saying that, because God will sit you down, period, if you feel like you're doing too much. But the thing is, when you're working a 9 to 5, it's something called bereavement time. I never even thought about this before though. But for real, when you're working a 9 to 5, it's something called bereavement time. It's something called sick pay. It's something called holiday time. It's something called insurance. It's something called benefits. It's something called workers' compensation. It's that. Where is that for influencers? Where is that for content creators? I know there's a lot of firms that are being built, but we're in like year 25 of the internet, and we're just starting that. So you have to deal with, whenever life be lifing, like it do be lifing, you have to say to yourself, okay, am I going to take this break? Or am I going to keep pushing because this is how I make my money? Because again, you're full-time making your money and you're developing your skill set on social media. And also, things happen like, now this is my opinion on this. Things happen like, God forbid, you're a bit ignorant on a topic and you say something that is not politically correct. God forbid that happens, and now you're something called canceled. Now, I'm going to say this again. Some of y'all need to be canceled. Some of y'all need to be canceled and not be able to get on the internet, and I do not care. But I said that to say, does does fully canceling exist? Because I feel like if your audience mess with you, they mess with you, no matter if it's a group of people who are trying to come against you or not. But still, in the times where you are quote unquote canceled, you're like, people may not mess with your stuff for real. Your page may not be getting no views for real. And these platforms, baby, it's been people with millions of followers, an engaged audience and stuff, everything. They violate some community policy, they get their shit shut down. I'm talking about their page is shut down, so they can't promote their products if they have products. And their access to the creator fund is frozen. Their money is tied up because of TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. If they say, hey, this is not aligned with us, you're gone. You're gone. Because at the end of the day, yes, we're quote unquote our own bosses. Yeah. But we're working under these platforms. Period. Period. And I think that's something that people really forget. Now, this isn't a black or white issue, but there is a black owned social media app called Fanbase. It's owned by Isaac Hayes Jr. And I am on Fanbase, so I will leave my link down below. Fanbase is an app where it's basically all your favorite social media apps all together in one. And they're still in their beginning stages, but I really feel like it has a lot of potential if all of the features stay like that. I made money off of Fanbase within 2 days of downloading it. There's basically no threshold to getting monetized. I've been on TikTok for 3 years and just started getting monetized. So there's that. There's something called a person can love your picture, and if they love your picture, they're basically like, it's a like, but it's one like, it's like 2 pennies or something like that. So if you get like 100 likes, 1,000 likes, and you do the math. You can also have subscribers on there, like actual paid subscribers, where you can post long form content. So I'm still experimenting with Fanbase and everything. I'm not really on there as much as I should be, but I would love to have a Fanbase affiliate come in and I can interview them. So yeah, back to the topic though. We be thinking okay, yeah, be your own boss, freedom, no. Because this is my opinion too on people who be like, oh yeah, you can't even talk to me, you clock in, I'm this, being an influencer is like a flex and stuff like that. It's a flex that you're able to be your own boss, like we said, quote unquote. It is a flex, but it's also important to note everybody clock in. Everybody clocks in. Every single person who works to get any type of money clocks in. You could be a stay-at-home mother with no actual job title. You clock in because your job is to take care of the home and take care of your kids and take care of yourself so you can be able to home make. Everybody clock in. If you're a content creator, you're at the whims, unless you're building your own stuff. And that's what, like I said, I don't want to speak too much, but that's my goal. Not just to be, having followers and all this stuff. I'm building my own platform, and it takes a lot because right now I'm on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I'm using their platform and it's helpful, but building your own stuff is different. So that's why we use these platforms. But still, we all clock in where you're create influencer or whatever, but your heart still go to your stomach when you get a community violation. Ain't no influencer that's talking that, oh, you clock in stuff, oh, you broke. Ain't no influencer not scared of that. And that's the real tea. Clock it. Clock that. Clock that tea. Okay, period. Okay, this is turned from an educational podcast to we're messy and educated over here. Very much so. But yes. So, to answer the question, is content creation and influencing the new 9 to 5? Yes and no. I say in the scope of, we're going to compare the content creation influencing 9 to 5 to a person that is working at marketing, because I don't, as a person who is in the medical field, I do not feel like it is fair to compare a person who is a content creator to someone who is doing open heart surgery. I don't think it's fair to compare a content creator to someone who has to comfort someone's grandma who is making their transition in hospice. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to compare content creation to someone who is like a infestation expert. I mean, what is it called? Exterminator. I don't think that's, and they have to deal with bugs and roaches and rats. I don't feel like that's fair. I don't feel like it's fair to compare content creation to someone who is like, a pastor. Because, a pastor isn't just you getting up there in the pulpit and speaking. Like, you have to comfort grieving mothers, people who are sick, people who are going through financial strife. Like, I don't think that's fair. Period. That's not fair. And I don't think that should be said. I don't agree with that at all. Like, oh my God, like someone, oh yeah, my job is harder than yours, da da da. Like, cause like, okay, hard is difficult, yes, but hard and taxing as those other careers, no. But like I said, we're gonna compare content creation and influencing to someone who has a contracted position in a marketing firm. That's what I'm gonna say. Harder, yes, because it's not just about the physical work that you do on your phone. It's not just about filming and recording, all of those things. It's not just about the task. It's about the self-belief at first. But like I also said, anybody at the top of anything, because like I said, these apps aren't giving away no free money. They're not going to give away free money for nothing. Just like anybody who is making over $100,000 a year, like, they're not doing nothing. Like, for the most part, they have skills to lead. They have skills to critically think. If they're doing their job for real. Some people do have high, positions, and they be skating by, and we ain't gonna say that. But yeah. So that's that. So that's for anybody who is watching this podcast and wanting to become a content creator and take it seriously. Now, something that helps for me balancing work and also balancing content creating is planning ahead. Do I always plan my content ahead? No, but something that would make me a lethal force is if I plan my content 2 weeks to 30 days ahead. So if you look in my description box down below, I have for you a free content calendar where you can actually plan and schedule your content and see. This way, okay, say for instance, a brand has contacted you to do a hair video and that's due on the 12th. Now you can actually see that beforehand and have it planned out. That's how you actually balance. The way you balance is to organize. So yes, make sure you click that link in that description box, and it's completely free. A lot of times I have got these templates off of Canva Pro, and Canva Pro is a paid feature. So if you enjoy this content calendar, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Okay? Thank y'all so much for watching, and tune in to the next episode, because like I said, on the next episode, I'm going to be talking and getting to some things about content creator versus influencer, because it got to be addressed. But I will say, you can be a influencer and be a content creator, but just because you're a content creator does not mean you're an influencer. So there's that. All right. Love y'all. Bye.